Hey everyone, I'm Adam from DTV, and I'm here today with the Let's Review Oscar special. Today I'm going to offer a brief rundown of all of the categories in this year's Oscar race. Let's start with Best Supporting Actress. The nominees are Amy Adams in The Fighter.
Like maybe him having to come find you in a crack house when you're supposed to be at the airport.
Helena Bonham Carter in The King's Speech.
I don't have a hubby. We don't pop. And nor do we ever talk about our private lives.
Melissa Leo in The Fighter.
I have done everything I could for you, Mickey. This MTV girl comes along.
Haley Steinfeld in True Grit.
You have misjudged me if you think I'm silly enough to give you $50 and watch you simply ride off.
And Jackie Weaver in Animal Kingdom.
But we do what we have to do. We do what we must. Just because we don't want to do something doesn't mean it can't be done.
The supporting actress race this year is actually shaping out to be somewhat of an interesting race. In one corner, you have Melissa Leo, who's won most of the awards along the pre-Oscar award circuit. Then you have newcomer Haley Steinfeld, who might just be able to squeak in there and take the Oscar, because Oscar loves rewarding their young actresses. And you probably can't rule out Helena Bonham Carter for The King's Speech at this point, just because The King's Speech as a film overall is very strong right now. But I'm still going to say that Melissa Leo takes this one. And she should take this one too.
I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. Why are you talking?
Next is the race for Best Supporting Actor. The nominees are Christian Bale in The Fighter.
Against this guy, let him punch himself out. Take him to the body, right? Get inside, switch stances like you're gonna work his right.
John Hawkes in Winter's Bone.
Jess and me run together for coming on 40 years, but I don't know where he's at, and I ain't gonna go around asking after him neither.
Jeremy Renner in The Town.
I can't do any more time, Dougie. So if we get jammed up, we'll hold them court on the street.
Mark Ruffalo in The Kids Are All Right.
The whole team thing just got on my nerves after a while, you know. I was like, hey, let's go kick some ass, man. What about you?
And Jeffrey Rush in The King's Speech.
Well, please don't do that.
I'm sorry.
I believe sucking smoke into your lungs will kill you.
My physicians say it relaxes the throat.
They're idiots.
They've all been knighted.
Makes it official, then.
Christian Bale would have this one in the bag if it weren't for the recent resurgence of The King's Speech as a formidable Oscar contender. So there's a chance that Jeffrey Rush could sneak in there and take this at the last second. But I think you'd be safe betting on Christian Bale. For the record, I think he deserves it too.
Hey, Meg, what is it? You're scared, embarrassed because you don't even have a plan?
So even if The King's Speech might, but probably won't score in either of the supporting categories, it is set to take several Oscars home on Sunday. Right now it's a pretty safe bet for Original Screenplay, as well as the technical categories of Best Original Score and Best Art Direction. All through award season, The King's Speech was sort of dueling with The Social Network. And at first it seemed like The Social Network was going to take a lot of Oscars home. But at the last moment, The King's Speech sort of swooped in and gathered a lot of support. But The Social Network should still come away with a few statuettes, including one for Best Adapted Screenplay for Aaron Sorkin, and Best Film Editing. One film that really made waves through audiences this year was Inception, and even if I find it a little overrated, the box office is telling. It grossed nearly $1 billion worldwide. And even if Inception might not have been the favorite film for the Academy, they, somewhat surprisingly but noticeably, snubbed director Christopher Nolan in the Best Director category. I do think Inception will come away with a couple of Oscars. Oscars for Best Sound Editing, that's sound effects, Sound Mixing, that's overall soundscape and sound design, and Best Visual Effects. Cinematography will likely go to the vastly overdue and vastly talented Roger Deakins for his work on True Grit. And that leaves two very gaudy films winning in two very gaudy categories. I'd say that Best Costume Design will go to Alice in Wonderland, and Best Makeup to The Wolfman. In the category of Best Actor, the nominees are Javier Bardem in Beautiful, Jeff Bridges in True Grit,
We? You are not going. That is no part of it.
Jesse Eisenberg in The Social Network.
We're ranking girls. You mean other students? Yeah. You think this is such a good idea?
I need the algorithm.
All right.
I need the algorithm.
Colin Firth in The King's Speech.
Chair.
No, that is not a chair. That is... That is St. Edward's chair.
People have carved their names on it.
Listen to me!
Listen to you, by what right?
Because I have a right to be here. I have a voice!
And James Franco in 127 Hours.
Canyon. Guidebook says 4.5 hours to the big drop rappel. I aim to take 45 minutes off that.
In any other year, James Franco would have this in the bag for committing himself fully, emotionally, mentally, physically, to his performance. But it's going to go to Colin Firth, partly because he should have won last year for his absolutely stunning work in A Single Man, and because he might deserve it this year for his work in The King's Speech.
It'll be like Mad King George the Stammerer.
For Best Actress, the nominees are Annette Bening in The Kids Are All Right.
Asking because I remember when I was reading your file back when we were looking for, sperm. Sure. Anyway, you said that you were studying international relations.
Nicole Kidman in Rabbit Hole.
And believe me, I will beat myself up about it forever, I'm sure. Just like everything else I could have prevented.
That's not what I want, Becca.
No, because it feels like it is. It feels like maybe I don't feel badly enough for you. Maybe I'm not feeling enough. What do you want from me?
Jennifer Lawrence in Winter's Bone.
But I need to. I really, really got to, ma'am, please. Some of our blood at least is the same. Ain't that supposed to mean something?
Natalie Portman in Black Swan. And Michelle Williams in Blue Valentine.
Stop it, I love you too.
Listen.
Natalie Portman gave the most talked about performance this year in Black Swan, and she is going to take home the Oscar.
Wanna be perfect.
But some people think Annette Bening might sneak in at the very last second because she's very overdue and everybody loves her. And she gave a great performance in The Kids Are All Right.
No, huh? Why's that?
If I were handing out the Oscars, I would give it to my girl Nicole Kidman for really just a staggering, a stunning portrayal of complex and realistic grief in Rabbit Hole.
What do you want from me?
The Foreign Film Oscar will likely go to the interweaving drama from Denmark, In a Better World. Best Documentary likely belongs to Inside Job, about the recent global financial meltdown. And Best Animated Feature will likely go to the beloved Toy Story 3, which should also pick up another Oscar for Best Original Song. Quickly running through a few categories that few people care or know about, the Oscar for Best Documentary Short will probably go to The Warriors of Qigong, for Best Live Action Short, Ne Wei Wei, and Best Animated Short, Madagascar, A Journey Diary. The final two big categories usually go together, Best Director, Best Picture. This year, I don't think they will. I think Best Director will go to David Fincher for The Social Network, but I don't think The Social Network will win Best Picture. The Social Network is nominated for Best Picture along with Black Swan, The Fighter, Inception, The Kids Are All Right, The King's Speech, 127 Hours, Toy Story 3, True Grit, and Winter's Bone. For a while, it seemed like The Social Network would win this, and I don't necessarily agree with that choice. But in the end, it seems like The King's Speech has enough energy and has enough momentum to take home the Oscar for Best Picture this year. I'm predicting it to win in 3 additional categories. Some people think it may take home as many as 7 Oscars. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Of the films nominated, I think that Best Picture should probably go to either The Fighter or to The Kids Are All Right. The Fighter was really an excellent movie because it took this very simple scenario, very familiar scenario, and made it really special with the character contributions, and really said something authentic about working class America. And then The Kids Are All Right is just so sharp and well-written and well-acted. It's just overall such a well-made film, and I wish that it had gotten more recognition this year. Well, that's it for today. I'm Adam from DTV. Thanks for watching the Let's Review Oscar special. I'm gonna go open a couple bottles of bubbly, and I'll see you at the Oscars.